Hey, it's John Grube from wildmantraining.com. Had a good workout today. I did, yesterday I did the 500 step ups with the 5 pound ankle weights and 250 kneeling ab wheel rollouts. And took me 34 minutes and 29 seconds. And I knew today and the next couple of days after I'm going to be pretty sore, at least in the core. So the workout I did today, I did 40, 70 pound heavy bag slams, and I did 150 pound two-hand kettlebell swings. It was 10 rounds. What it was is 4 slams, 10 swings, 10 rounds. And it got me breathing heavily quickly. Probably because I'm in a little discomfort today. But hey, anyhow, what I want to talk about is, anybody's listened to me for a while, they know I'm not a big fan of healthcare. I call it sick care. The only time people go there is when they're sick. Or people go there because of hypochondriacs and they want to take meds because it's easier to take meds than to actually take responsibility and be accountable for your health. You'd rather give it to a doctor who's paid to subscribe these from the pharmaceutical companies, who also from the AMA and the government and all that, lobbyists and all them. They want you to do that. They want you sick. And there's doctors I listen to, doctors that do the research. A lot of doctors I listened to got out of the healthcare or got out of being a surgeon because they found the sickness and the scams and the money and hospitals a big business. Pharmaceutical companies a big business. They want you there. They want you to get the surgeries. They want you to be sick. They want you to be on some type of drug. They want to give you things like cholesterol meds to keep your cholesterol low, which there is now science and research that people that have lower cholesterol have more heart attacks, usually, or there's no change at all than when somebody has high cholesterol. We need cholesterol in our bodies, especially as men. It's in every cell in our bodies. We need it for testosterone. The moment our testosterone gets high, what do they want to do? They want to give it to you and knock it down. Eventually, you start having other problems, masculine problems, psychological problems, physical problems. But anyhow, so some people get you to believe that you should go just in case something's wrong. So, boy, this cold, man, after workout, man, really shakes things loose in the lungs. Anyhow, I have people say, well, if you go and get some blood work done, maybe you'll find things, something wrong before it actually gets worse. Well, I don't think I've ever had blood work done except for 2 years ago. I figured, well, what the hell? I'm in my 50s. Let me try it. Let me get it. Okay, so they checked all my things, and the stuff that they checked for I wasn't worried about, and I'm good. So never being at a doctor's as an adult, per se, to get really any blood work done, I'm good. I'm going to be 54. Years ago, I went to the doctor's, the hospital to get a referral for my knee. That's all I went for because I just couldn't go. So I went to the emergency room. Knee was messed up. Doctor wanted to give me pain pills. I've told this story before, and 3 times I said no. And eventually, I left with a prescription for one, which I threw away, never took. See, the white jackets scare a lot of people as far as, hey, they're experts, I better take it, they know better than me. Well, I know what kind of pain I'm in. They really can't diagnose my pain. So, where most people will take it and they make the excuse that they're in so much pain they need it. And that's bullshit for most people. Anyhow, when I went there, all I wanted was a referral. So then he says, maybe you have gout. I'm like, I don't have gout. Well, I'm going to take blood work, but why? Okay? More fucking money. More fucking cash. To milk out the fucking insurance companies. Comes back, I didn't have gout. No shit. Went to the orthopedic. Didn't really help me. I never went back. So, fix the shit myself. So, I do what I can, and I've always thought that it makes more sense for me to do the right things, to try to stay as healthy as I possibly can, because I don't want to take the time to go to the doctors, make appointments, fill out paperwork, sit in an office, to get called back to sit in another office so they can fucking put their stethoscope around my chest, my lungs, all the good stuff, your eyes, your ears, ask you to cough, take some deep breaths. Here, try this med. Oh, it don't work, try this one. This is fucking healthcare. I've said it before. healthcare is sick. The people that run healthcare are sick. They're fat, out of shape, smokers, diabetics, and so on. There's very few that really take their health seriously. So I tell everybody knows I'm a reader, and I brought this book up before, Butchered by Healthcare. I was reading something in here, and this is what I've been saying for a long time. The following works. How you feel is the best measure of your health, not some lab test. Your diet, exercise, and sleep habits are more important than any pill or procedure. Long life is more likely with good luck, good genetics, peace of mind, and drug avoidance, including nicotine and alcohol. Healthy relationships are essential, but medical care most often is not. Most aches and pains go away on their own. Ignore them unless they are persistent. The following does not work. Over half of prescribed drugs are useless, nearly useless, or bad for you. If medications are not working, look for alternatives. There are no side effects for drugs you do not take. When you have no symptoms, avoid looking for fresh troubles with scans and lab tests. Preventive care is ineffective. You lose time, money, and tranquility, and it could subject to more testing or some treatment nightmare. I got another one here. It's pretty good. Maybe that was all. For the elderly, most medical care is ineffective since the end is approaching. A cure for one condition is likely to extend life. Dignity, comfort, practical support should be the goals. Refusing invasive procedures and medications is usually best. For example, think twice before believing you need medicine for sleep, depression, or cholesterol. Think twice before you consider back surgery when your pain has only lasted a few months. None of these work very well. Anyhow, written by a doctor, wrote a book. This is the way I've always thought. I'll continue to think that way. Medication isn't for me. I'll do what I can to fix it. Something's wrong. If I need to get looked at, I don't run to the doctors. A lot of men don't, but a lot of men do. But you're just not going to throw fucking drugs down my throat. If I go, I'm going to decide whether it's right for me. If you tell me I have high cholesterol, well, again, I've read research, new research, not the junk science, the junk studies that they've done many, many years ago. More and more people, more and more doctors, researchers are starting to come out with the real information, stuff that was either hidden, they didn't want you to know about because they have an agenda. And it almost sounds like everything I talk about is almost a conspiracy theory. Well, you know what? If you really want to look for it, you can. You can't tell nurses and you can't tell most doctors because they already know, because they're told what to think from the time they go to fucking school all through their fucking career. It's because that's their job, okay? They're less likely to fucking listen to outside research than what the doctors in their face are pushing them or their hospital is telling them to do. I mean, it's out there every day and you can find it if you want. But if they're not giving you surgeries and they're not filling you up with drugs, they're not making any money, why would they want you healthy? The healthier you are, the less money they make. They're not really needed as much as people think they are. If people would just take care of themselves. Yeah, you're going to have your accidents and things like that, but for the most part, most people are there for lifestyle choices. Think about that. Most people in hospitals are there, and most surgeries are there for lifestyle choices. Okay? Lifestyle choices. Something that we can usually fix, but we choose not to. So, think about that before you go to the doctors. Go if you think you need it. Go get your yearly tests. I don't do that. And I'm probably not going to, unless I notice there's something wrong. And that's just who I am. May bite me in the ass at some point, but most people I know, especially older men, or ones that are dead now, lived into their 70s, 80s, 90s, really went to the doctors. So, and it wasn't like, hey man, get to your 80s and your 90s, depending on how you live. Man, you already lived a full fucking life. You know, I'm not looking to live till I'm fucking 150. You know, it's funny because why? Why would I? I got grown kids and I got grandchildren already. I live to a fucking 100 years old. You know, hopefully, you know, my kids would be close to fucking, you know, my kids would be retired. You know, I don't want to outlive my fucking family, my kids. Fucking, that's a lonely fucking existence. So, you got to pay attention to yourself, man. Just because a guy or a woman's got a white jacket doesn't mean they fucking hold supreme fucking rule over you later.